From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
What do you mean by metric fuck ton?
Are the credits over yet?
Oh yeah, we're live, and I said, what do you mean by a metric fuck ton?
I'm like, you had way too good of a look on your face, and I was just like,
I wasn't setting Will up to announce what he just did for our friend group and our play styles and all that stuff.
He don't know what to do.
Well, put his arms down would start. But what's going on, nerds?
Nerds, we're talking about Death on the Nile today. No one needed to know how much money I spent on Magic the Gathering. Eat my ass, AJ.
Well, I wasn't talking about money. I just wanted to know how many cards. They don't need to know how much it cost.
Well,
just
now I have to check.
Just a lot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But what's going on, Susie?
Not too much.
You enjoy Angry AJ?
Yeah. I think today was the first day that when I called and talked to my boss today, I literally looked at him and was like, I thought about quitting like 3 times today.
Normal.
No, not normal. I am
For
for
other sane people, it is.
Yeah, no, I like my job. And I had one of my techs talk me off the ledge today. It was great.
Well, at least they didn't just, push.
Yeah.
That's always a plus. What?
AJ, if you want to answer, it was 33.
Holy shit. That's a lot of cards.
And that technically doesn't cover all my proxies. I was not paying $42 for a Cyclonic Rift until tomorrow.
I do not have a cyclonic. You know
We
what?
only have one Cyclonic Rift. It's in on Hello. I'm sorry.
Okay.
That's kind of surprising that you only have one Cyclonic Rift.
Cyclonic Rift is a very rare card
No,
and technically old.
Okay then. So
Which was like.
before we get into Death on the Nile, see that wonderful background that we have? James Fair always does a great job.
Actually, can I point out something else?
What?
I need you to move. I want everyone to look at this wonderful background that AJ has. I don't know who put it together, but they did an amazing job.
We got a new logo, bitches.
Yeah, we got a new logo. Whoop, whoop.
Well, we've had the logo. TJ made the NDNT on air, and I just took our old background and slapped this in front of it with it being blurred. I did it last night at like midnight.
Yeah, we're coming out on Thursday because we were sick. We're sorry.
But we're always sick in the head.
Yeah, but physically sick and sick in the head are two different things, AJ.
Sometimes.
A movie. I want to talk about the movie.
Let's talk about Clue meets Sherlock Holmes.
Ah, that is an accurate description.
Yeah, pretty much.
The difference is this didn't have 7 endings while Clue had 7 endings. Which I was kind of hoping it would. Because I didn't see it the way it actually went, but which we'll talk about in just a little bit. Will, outside of spending all that money, how are you?
I'm good. I finally won't have proxies in my deck. It feels really good.
Woot. You have a lot of them.
No.
And at least now I might be able to read on what the heck they do. Like, I've realized you had a land one the other day, and I was like...
I had a lot of land ones.
Did you really?
That's why it was so expensive, because lands are expensive in this game. 2 shock lands?
So, Susie, you made questions because I couldn't do it because I knew exactly what happened. I just didn't know their names. But I didn't realize that was Kenneth Branagh.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was Thor's director or Gilderoy Lockhart.
Uh-huh.
That made me feel old because he looks old.
He only looks old in this movie.
That's a hell of a mustache, though.
Yeah. I think you need to grow it out a little bit more.
I'm not allowed to. I want to have a Dumbledore beard.
I know somebody with a Dumbledore beard. He can give you pointers.
Is it your father?
Yes.
Of course it is.
I was gonna say, are you throwing shade at your dad here? Because that's rude.
Dude, my dad.
Dave,
Wait, hold on. Hold
you
on.
can
Hold on.
charge her for
Hold
something
on.
like that.
No. My dad doesn't get to charge me with anything because my dad, for the 6 months preceding our wedding, tried to convince me that he got to walk down the aisle with a Dumbledore beard.
I approved that motion. You
It
were like,
was
no,
denied.
absolutely not. How dare he even suggest the thought? And I'm
Actually,
like,
that's not what I said, but that's okay.
but then like
Sounds
you
about
yelled
right.
while he's coming down the aisle, you shall not pass. I had it cued.
I mean, you didn't throw a Pokeball at me either, so.
That should have happened.
We couldn't get the Pokeball in time.
Wait, that was actually looked up to see if we would have done it? Oh.
Yeah.
That was actually my idea.
Oh, I looked into it.
I didn't find out about it until afterwards. Otherwise, the Pokeball would have been ordered and ready for the wedding.
Really?
I wanted it to be a surprise.
All right, Susie, question number 1. Let's get into it.
Hey, AJ,
Shit.
thoughts on the plot?
It was literally a Sherlock Holmes movie. But it was Clue.
Was it better or worse than a Sherlock Holmes movie? Like,
I actually like this one a little bit better. Because there was like a stolen love aspect and, revenge girlfriend. Psycho revenge girlfriend.
Psycho Killer!
Just goes to show there's nothing worse than a woman scorn.
You just call our dog smart.
Yeah, I put the toy in like my finger like this, where you would put the treat, and he like tried to take it off, and he was like, no. Then he realized it and just used his nose to push it off my finger. I was like, damn.
So, Will, what are your thoughts on the plot?
Hello, I'm a mystery thriller, but not as thrillery. Gotcha, boys. That's kind of
Okay.
I would have liked to see this movie done in a haunted house.
Oh,
that's
I have to go look up the Agatha Christie books now.
yeah. How many are there?
Probably a lot.
I think Murder on the Oriental Express was like one of the first ones.
I mean, I never saw that one, but apparently they're 2 separate movies, but it's the same. Is it Kenneth Branagh in both?
Yes.
Okay. Playing the same guy?
Yes.
Yeah, all of like the mystery Hercule Poirot books he is the detective.
Oh.
It's just none of them connect with each other. They're all their own things. They don't have like a connecting story to any of them.
There's no overreaching arc.
So,
Yes,
Susie, what'd you think of the plot?
I was actually looking forward to this movie. There were some things that I was disappointed about, but I actually enjoyed this, and I'm going to have to go rewatch it. But I really like the plot, but I like a lot of the Henry Poirot movies and books, so I kind of was expecting myself to like this. But I'm going to touch on the next question I have, which is thoughts on the graphics. And what I mean by that is location. Were they on location? Were they using a green screen? Could you tell that they were on location or at a studio? And the reason I bring this up is because in certain instances in the movie, it looked like they were on location, but like there's other instances, and we were sitting around the table watching this, and we were pointing it out where it looked like they're standing in front of
It's too bright.
like a blue or a green screen because the boats weren't moving. There was boats in the background and they weren't moving.
I wasn't really talking about that. It's more of it was too bright for where they're supposed to be.
For Egypt?
Well, no, it's just like there's like a light like right here on them, and not like up in the sky.
There are things that even on location they could use to do that. They have these like kind of umbrella-y like things that they can use the direct light, so that could have been it, but it did look very green screeny, so I think a lot of it was done on green screen.
So do I.
A lot of it was done in a studio and not on location, which I think this would have been better on location. Now somebody could sit there and correct me. This could have been done on location, but I haven't done the research into it because I'm just going off of what I was seeing in the background, where in certain instances you would look and you would look behind and the boats aren't moving. There doesn't seem to be any wind. There doesn't stuff you would expect to see when you've watched other movies that take place in Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, something's not adding up here. So, like, definitely for me, like, I think this would have been better if it was more clearly done on location.
Location,
versus
location.
looking like it was half done on location and like, or not even half done, like 20% done on location and like the other 80% done in a studio.
Yeah.
Will was researching whether it was done in a studio or
Although
not.
the new Death on the Nile's budget is nearly double that of its hit predecessor, the production did not film in Egypt or even Morocco. The whole thing was filmed pre-pandemic in the fall of 2019 on a soundstage in Surrey, England.
Yep.
Sounds about right.
In a studio. So, yeah, I think this would have been much better if it was filmed on location.
Yeah, I think so too, because the lighting looked like it was artificial is what I was trying to say. It didn't look like it was natural lighting.
I think at some points it looked like it was artificial, and other points it looked kind of natural. Because you also have to remember, Egypt is a semi-bright country with all the sand and everything else.
Desert.
So, like, right.
Yeah.
I wasn't completely wrong.
Well, no, you weren't. I was just saying.
So, like, what we as Americans or, New Englanders would think, oh, well, that's a natural lighting, could actually be semi-natural lighting in Egypt. So, like, we do have to keep that in mind, is that we don't really know what it's like in Egypt for
Yeah.
All right, time to travel to Egypt. We can't continue podcast until we have the answer to this question. Let's go.
I probably would die. I'd probably get really tan though.
You probably get really tan.
Dude, I would burn.
Actually, to be
well, you do like lobster.
They also have a different manner of dress there, so we actually might stay relatively cool down.
So what is the next question, Susie?
What are your thoughts on the characters?
Perdue, is that what his name is? Perdue?
Perot.
By far my favorite because of it. There's no guessing where his mindset is. You're with him the whole way on every step of it. So
I really need to get him to watch Orient on
the only
Murder on the Orient
Express.
The
only time you don't really see Perot like in the process is once he figures it out. They skip to him like basically putting everything together to everyone to throw who the culprit is.
Yeah, he was my favorite character, but if I had to pick a second one, it was his nephew. Is that who he was? The one that gets shot in the throat towards the end.
Oh, you're talking about like the friend that he was like paid.
The one that was flying the kite at the beginning.
Look into like his fiance or something.
Yep, yep.
Yeah,
he's a good character.
Because he was the only one that was fully behind Perot.
I think it's Tom. It's the guy who's played by him is Tom Bateman, and he is Bach.
Yes.
Oh?
Yep, that is him.
Yeah, that's him. Even after the point where he outs himself and was like, "Hey, this is why I was even here in the first place."
Mm-hmm.
He still backed him because even at the end he was like, "She's an outstanding woman." Like there's like,
yeah. So, Will, who is your favorite character?
Perot.
Yeah, I feel that.
I like the detective. I like detective movies, and most of the time in detective movies, the detective is my favorite character because I love the process. And Perot is honestly one of the more unique detectives that I've seen, besides like Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah,
but I like that this is more the clue and actual mystery style of like that instead of like Sherlock Holmes to me. And I'm speaking on the Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes. I felt was more actiony and stuff compared to the actual like nit and gritty of like, let's figure out who did it, who done it.
Yeah.
I like who done it stories rather than action who done it stories.
Susie?
So for me it's Perot.
Wow. Right, 3 in a row.
Today. That's not often.
That's not often. We've got a main character posse. But I mean, for me, Poirot is my favorite mainly because, like, I love Robert Downey Jr. as Sherlock Holmes.
Oh no, there is a Sherlock Holmes that's better than him though. Only one person.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
It is not Benedict Cumberbatch. I've watched it. No, It doesn't hold my. It is good. It is really good, but it doesn't hold my interest the same way that Robert Downey Jr. does.
We get it. You like Iron Man better than Doctor Strange.
I do, but Poirot reminds me more of Benedict Cumberbatch's Sherlock Holmes over Robert Downey Jr.'s.
Okay.
Benedict Cumberbatch better.
But I love Poirot. He's like my favorite detective. Mainly because he takes you on his journey and then you watch him piece it all together. I don't have enough things to say about the plot and its twists and its turns. So
yeah, there's a lot of detective like things that are like you don't see the whole process. He's just like, I have the answer. This is who it is. And I'm like, how did we get here? Like, I think that's why I hate Scooby-Doo so much. Or I should say,
not solve Scooby-Doo before they pull the mask off.
Oh, I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna go there because
they don't like really lead you up to knowing. They're just like, okay, let's find our clues. Let's get chased by the monster. Let's set that trap. Oh, it's this guy. How did we get here? Just from a few chases.
We're gifted.
And I get it's a children's cartoon, but like...
Pup Named Scooby-Doo is the best.
Okay, I will give you that one. I love the Pup Named Scooby-Doo. You can't...
So... Will kind of answered my... I kind of answered the question. My next question. Thoughts on Poirot as a detective? Does he remind you of anyone? I think he reminds me of Benedict Cumberbatch as Sherlock Holmes.
I could see that. 100% I could see that.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Mostly because I think with Cumberbatch's version of that, you have it more of a thought process instead of a action process. If that makes any sense.
Oh yeah, totally. So my next question.
Ooh, wow.
More towards everybody but me. Have you read or heard of Agatha Christie before now?
Nope. Never.
I have seen the name, but I never really knew who they were until me and you went and saw Murder on the Orient Express.
Didn't we watch Murder on the Orient Express in your bedroom?
No, I thought we went to the theater for that one.
Nope, I rented it.
Oh, then yes. So then, yeah, I really didn't know like fully who she was or until we watched that movie. I knew she was an author. I knew there was a book called Murder on the Oriental Express, but I didn't know like there was this whole saga of these Hercule Poirot books, mystery books.
So I had an aunt. I have an aunt who there's a video game that came out for, I think it was for the Wii. And my aunt called and she's like, hey, do you like, murder mysteries? I'm like, sure, I'll play it. It was Agatha Christie. It was all Agatha Christie. It was amazing. It was so much fun. And that's my first introduction to Agatha Christie. And then when they made Murder on the Orient Express, I was like, we need to see this. This needs to happen. I need this in my life. So yeah. Would you watch another Henry Poirot movie?
Absolutely. I want to go back and watch the Oriental Express movie. Like, bad. Like, it's literally on one of my next to-do lists when it comes to movies.
You and Will call it the Oriental Express.
Isn't that what it's called?
Orient Express.
Is it? I thought it was Oriental Express.
So did I. Damn it, Will. You got me all fucked up.
Bruh, I'm fucked up. Also, as a note, as I looked up, because I wanted to see what the name of this...
Murder on the Orient Express.
Okay, so I'm retarded. It's fine.
Doesn't say much about me, because I called it the same thing, so...
Yeah, but you got it from me! Totally. As a fun little note, there is actually multiple Agatha Christie Switch games. Agatha Christie, Hercule Poirot, the first cases, Nintendo Switch. Agatha Christie, the ABC Murders, Switch. Well, I don't know.
What was one for the Wii? There was one for the Wii.
Wee! Mario!
Evil Under the Sun.
It's called Evil Under the Sun. I played it. It was fun.
Of course it was.
Now I have to go find the rest of the Agatha Christie ones that he just pointed out because they will be downloaded onto my Switch at some point.
They're on game. It's on GameStop. But it's called
GameStop?
Yeah, it's on GameStop right here.
Oh.
Agatha Christie, Hercule Poirot, the first case.
Hey, it's only $30. That's totally being added to my cart and being bought in the next couple of weeks. Totally playing it. It's happening.
Well, just like I'm about to, as much as I hate fucking shooter games, I'm downloading the game.
What game?
It's a life game.
Is it 7 Ways to Die?
And you're high on it.
Oh, High on Life?
Yeah.
Are you actually going to download it and play it?
Oh, hold on. Can you see my screen, AJ?
Yeah, you're about to hit the green button.
Did it.
No, you didn't. Not yet. Susie, next question.
My next question, AJ actually answered of would you watch this again? And I've already said multiple times I will rewatch Murder on the Orient Express. I will rewatch Death on the Nile. I will go ahead and invite me to those parties because I'm down. Let's go.
100%.
Doesn't matter how many times I watch them, I'm still going to be surprised by the ending.
I like how he did the ending.
Yeah.
How it's all in like flashback mode showing you.
Mm-hmm. Hey, what was the one actress that you recognized other than Gal Gadot? What was the other actress that you recognized?
I recognize Shuri.
Shuri was in this.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Yep.
I was like...
I don't remember her name. I'm sorry. I'm really bad with names.
Letitia Wright.
That's what it is.
Which, how the heck I pulled that out of my butthole? The night we watched this, everyone's like, oh, that's Shuri. And I was like, yeah, it's Letitia Wright. Didn't you know she was in this?
No, I didn't. At all.
I actually didn't until it was on.
I didn't know Gal Gadot was in this.
Yeah, I said Wonder Woman was in this.
Oh, I wasn't listening to you.
You never listened to me. We've established this.
No, I'm slightly better than Paul.
That's true. You are slightly better than Paul.
Thank you.
Paul never listens to me.
So, Will.
Yes.
How many times are you going to watch this before it gets old?
Movies, I usually will put them down for a while and then rewatch them a while in the future so that they kind of are fresh for movies like this.
I feel like I'm going to be judged.
Why? How many times have you watched it since you opened up the package?
So I have a routine, and I've had it since I was a kid. I will rewatch movies for an entire week.
Yeah, you're psychotic. We know this.
All of that. I mean, I did that with How to Train Your Dragon.
My mother used to give me a movie every year for Christmas and every year for my birthday. And every week, because my birthday lands right near Easter, so for spring break, that is the only movie I watched.
Okay.
I would watch other TV shows, but that was the only movie I would watch. Christmas, I spent the entire week watching that one movie. Thank God my mother got used to tuning me out. Needless to say, that's how, to this day, I have Lilo and Stitch memorized.
God dang it. Damn it, Susie.
That's the show opening.
It's still Lilo and Stitch.
Hey, at least he didn't get the Barney song stuck in his head today.
Speaking of Disney, I need that Walt Funko.
That's so random.
No, that's so Raven.
Good show. That is a good show.
It's a future I can see. That's so random. That's all I remember from the opening.
So what else we got, Susie?
That's it.
Really?
Not already?
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, man. Anything else you guys want to hit before we close it up?
I mean, there's a lot of things that I want to hit. Whether I should
Out
hit.
of persons. Don't... I mean the show.
Let's start with what are we doing next week? What's next week?
I will tell you in a second. I have to pull it up.
Which will be hopefully on Tuesday as normal because...
Yeah, this all messed me up. Not gonna lie.
Are you kidding? This messed me up.
Bro, I was fine to have it Tuesday, but then I woke up from nappy and you guys had already made decisions. I was like, oh shit, all right.
Oh, AJ and I have been talking back and forth, making other decisions all day, so. Wait for it to load. Are you not loading? Thank you. So next week we are doing Black Panther 2.
Ooh. I'm excited for that.
Yeah. I think I'm more excited for you to watch The Page Master.
Never heard of it.
I know. I'm aware. You hurt my feelings. It's fine.
I do that a lot. Very good at it. You're gonna kill me, doo-da, doo-da.
So yeah, we're gonna do Black Panther 2 next week. I gotta figure out how we're watching Black Adam for the week after.
It's on HBO Max.
On HBO Max. Awesome.
And it's out on Blu-ray and DVD.
That too.
It came out on Tuesday.
But I could buy the DVD or I could watch it on HBO Max.
I mean, I'd rather watch it free on HBO Max. I am just saying it is out on Blu-ray and DVD for people who want.
AJ, I got an important question for you.
What?
Did you finally watch Spirited?
Yes.
And?
I finished it. It was okay. It was all right. It's a Christmas movie. It's literally a
Carol, bitch.
It's literally a Christmas Carol, just singing, more singing.
It's also from a different perspective, which I kind of like.
Yeah, instead of it's Scrooge, it's a different Scrooge.
Hey, I got Paul to watch the whole thing.
Did you?
I did.
Was he
go to sleep during the entire thing, or play his video game during the entire thing?
I was kind of shocked.
He does not remember any bit of it.
Well, I figured that was going to happen.
Yeah, we're going to have to watch it again with a drinking game.
Just hit him with a bus. He'll remember it.
Oh yeah, AJ, I ended up winning that magic game that you had to leave because you had to go home.
I wasn't doing anything that magic game anyway.
Oh yeah, it was unfortunate. No one really did until it finally came time that I just like won in a turn. Like that's what had to happen.
I had 3 lands, and that was it. Until I had to leave, and we were like 45 minutes in.
Where can people find me playing D&D in an hour? Susie, where can people find you?
Fixing this schedule, because I just realized that I need to adjust it.
I see you done fucked up. Got it. AJ.
Okay. Yep, doing it now. Doing it now.
Hey, you guys, this is 625 here from Lilo and Stitch. Some people think of me as AJ Coppola. I don't care. Just follow me on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, Twitch at NDTA Jalistar15, and Xbox and PSN at AJ Allstar 15. I should have said AJ All-Star, but I'm a sandwich maker. What the hell do I know? Do yourself a favor. Go get yourself a hot fudge marshmallow tuna fish and ham sandwich. All right? Take care of yourself. Goodbye.
And we are back. That was Death on the Nile, our review of it. We'll see you next week for, what did we say? Black Panther 2?
Wakanda forever!
And
Which, if you haven't seen it...
It's on Disney Plus on the 20th.
Yep.
So, and it's very good. What's more heartbreaking, the first couple minutes of Black Panther 2 or the first 5 minutes of Up?
Black Panther 2. But you're also talking to the girl who didn't cry during the first 5 minutes of Up, so I'm beginning to wonder if my feelings are broken.
No, they're not.
Maybe.
All right, everybody. Peace out. Stay safe. Don't do anything stupid. We'll see you next week.
Ciao.
Bye.
Bye.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.